Hey everyone, welcome to the M&R Show. I'm Ron.
And I'm Malcolm.
And we got our PR specialist, Money Ma, in the building. Today we are doing a mock draft. We're trying to knock some of the kinks out, just the first 2 rounds out.
Hey man, so we definitely going to be talking about our own team. So Ron's going to be talking about his Cowboys while I talk about my Washington Commanders, the new Washington Commanders, new era, new everything. And then, Mont's going to finish it up with his, Pittsburgh little Steelers team. So make sure y'all tune in though. Anything you got to say, Mont?
I just don't like the Steeler disrespect. You know I'm not having a good day. First day of free agency,
Yes.
Congrats on the new name, Commander Carter. Let's go.
All right, we don't got nothing to say more about that, but we're going to talk about it in the show, so make sure y'all tune in though. So we're ready to start.
All right, so we are using the PFF mock draft simulator. You see, I got the Commanders highlighted, I got the Steelers highlighted, and we got America's team highlighted at the bottom. I say we hop in there and we boo Roger Goodell NFL style. All right, now it's time to start the draft. The first pick was Ian Hutchinson, and Malcolm has the first pick. Says his needs are QB, linebacker, and safety. Are you addressing any of those right here?
I mean, if you think about this, we already traded for a guy like Carson Wentz. So I think that we need to find somebody that's going to be able to surround Carson Wentz as far as, a lot of talent, a lot of weapons. And I think that we need a big body receiver because Carson Wentz loves the big body receivers. So I'm looking at a guy like Drake London. If we see what a guy like Drake London, he is
sitting there.
6'5", 7 touchdowns this season, even though he got injured. But I think that with a guy like Drake London, with Terry McLaurin and Curtis Samuel, you're talking about a dangerous group of weapons for a guy like Carson Wentz. Way better than what he had in the Colts and way better than what he had in the Eagles. But we'll talk about that later.
So what do you think about the pick, Mont? What do you think about Drake London to the Washington Commanders? Is their ex-wide receiver?
No, I definitely think Washington do need another threat, even though they did sign Curtis Samuel last year, draft De'Ami Brown last year. So the receiving room going to be a little crowded, but I think Drake London should be a solid second receiver to Terry McLaurin. I think he should be a solid weapon for Carson Wentz. I think it's a good pick for Washington, especially with what's on the board. I mean, only other thing I can maybe see is what does that say for Devin Lloyd? Is he an edge or a linebacker or straight up?
Oh, he's definitely a linebacker, but yeah.
That's the only other thing I can see that makes sense for Washington. So, I give a thumbs up to the Drake London pick.
Yeah, that was a good
one. Yeah, Drake London, wide receiver 1, true X in the draft. Not a bad pick. Now we're on to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Maya says I need a quarterback, a tackle, a corner. Dabbling some stuff here. What are you thinking about?
Well, you know what our situation, you know what I mean? Even though we took Mitch Trubisky, we're not done figuring out our whole quarterback situation. So first, can we take a look and see if Malik Willis is there?
I say let's look at the quarterbacks, man. Let's get into it. We got Sam. We got every quarterback's on the board. No quarterback's been taken yet. Sam, Howell, Malik Willis, Desmond, Matt, and Kenny.
In my opinion, Malik Willis probably should be our pick. We need a QB. We signed Mitch. Mitch is probably going to be an okay bridge if we got to sit Willis for a year. But I'm going to go with Lindenbaum. I know Lindenbaum's still up there, so I'm going to go with Lindenbaum.
Yes.
We have to address the line. We need to start at center again. Kendrick Green, I'm not too optimistic with his first year. He got pushed back a lot, so I think sliding him to guard and getting Lindenbaum plugged in at center is going to really help boost the run game. We re-signed Okorafor today. I'm not too happy with that, so clearly we're not going to go tackle first round in the draft. So Tyler Lindenbaum it is.
Yeah, I mean, great. Best center in the draft. I think he's ranked the best interior lineman, period, in the draft. We all know what the size problems is, but in college it didn't affect them. I think y'all, with the scheme with Najee, it helped him, get some lanes to run through. So I like the pick. What about you, Mal?
Hey, man, to be honest, bro, like, we look at it, I'm very excited that Mont actually took the time and figure out that maybe we just don't need a quarterback right now. We can wait till next year. Because I was really like, why would you pick up Malik Willis when you look at that line and you have problems with it? That's like You're bringing Mitch into a situation where he was just in the same situation like he was in Chicago, where he was running for his life. And, you know, he's not as a veteran as a guy like Ben Roethlisberger, so it's going to be a lot difficult. But, I mean, he can move, but he's going to be running for his life. And we've seen what happens when people run for their life. But I'm glad you have a guy like Tyler.
Now, wait a minute. I love Malik Willis. Willis with the weapons on our team, I think it could be a dynamic offense, but you will right.
Take a little time.
Without the line, it's not gonna be nothing. So,
I definitely like this.
Let's address the line.
I was here. I would probably take Willis because the value is just too good here. He won't make it to 20, I don't think, in real life, so I think this is more realistic anyway. But if he somehow did, it's just like you probably have to take him just because of the talent. He won't hit probably for a year or two, but I think the offense is just there for him. Like, you have the running back, you have the 100-catch receiver, you have a good tight end. I think he comes in and he has Tomlin with him. I think they can make it work. It's gonna take him 2-3 years to get on his feet, but I think it could work. Any last words before I select them?
You wouldn't wait until next year to pick out the stat quarterback class that they have next year, and you can use those.
They won't have a top 10 pick though.
But then you can use those picks to trade up, though. That's what I'm saying. I think that the Steelers are going to be I'm not trying to joke y'all, but I'm just saying, like, y'all going to be pretty average. So y'all have a pretty average pick. Y'all can pack that in, you know, with a couple first-round picks. Y'all can be able to get into the top 10. I just don't think that I like Malik Willis, but I think that he's very raw, and I think that y'all not going to throw him in the fire next season because I think that he still needs more development. But I think that there's going to be a stat quarterback class next year, and I feel like y'all should take y'all chances and wait. Mitch Trubisky's going to keep y'all average, and from then y'all can be able to have those trade pieces. You're able to trade for somebody new.
Well, we know one thing: they're going to have a winning record. They're going to be at the minimum pick 15. So it's like they couldn't. The Pittsburgh Mark can tell you wanted Justin Fields last year, but they couldn't get him high enough. Why? Because they were too low. Do you want to go through that again? Like, so it's just tough. Like, it's tough. But I do understand what you're saying, Malcolm, because Bryce and the Ohio State quarterback are coming next year, and we don't know who else is going to pop up. So, still, but yeah, Lindenbaum might be bad.
All I gotta say is the Bears traded up. The Bears traded up for him. So they can.
They shouldn't regret it. Okay, now we're on to the Dallas Cowboys. It says we need an O lineman, which we do, D lineman, and a linebacker. So based on what the board is looking a little slum here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a Traylon Burks guy at all. I think we're gonna go with Zion Johnson out of Boston College. I have him ranked as my second interior lineman, period, after Lindenbaum. Great size, 95 percentile athlete, can run, great puller, goes right in and fits at left guard. Unless the Cowboys somehow sign Connor Williams back, I think we need a guard. And he's done that at Boston College at a high level. I think it's a good pick. And to be honest, I mean, looking on the board, everybody, the Cowboys kind of reach on who else will we draft here? Everybody else is kind of like a reach here. Like, I like Dax Hill, and why he's the safety. I just listen as a corner, he's a safety. But everybody's kind of a reach here, so I think he's the best pick. What do you all think about the pick?
Maybe because I've been looking at wide receivers a lot, but I do like Traylon Burks. I think that he's a big body receiver. I understand that y'all have Michael Gallup, but is it Wilson? He left to go.
Wilson's gone. Amari.
Where did he go? Where did he go? He went to
Dolphins. The Dolphins.
He left to go to the Dolphins, and Amari left. And I feel like with that offense, now you're losing some of two of your top 4 or 5 receivers. And I just think that adding a guy like Traylon Burke will help out. Andrew Booth, he's a good cornerback too. I think that can help out too, to show up that defense. But I mean, Zion Johnson, yes, I feel like y'all focus more about the future if y'all adding a guy like Zion Johnson. But I mean, it can go either way.
Well, I mean, if you're saying it's a future pick, then I love it for Dallas. I honestly don't see many options that's going to move the needle towards where they want to go. They're kind of at their ceiling already by the time we get to the draft. So getting a guard in there when you know that you got You got Zach Martin, who's about to go out. You might lose Collins soon. You got Tyron Smith. You might as well start rebuilding the line because, well, not rebuilding, but plugging in holes in the line that you know are about to open up. So I like this pick for Dallas.
Yeah, let's lock Zion in. I think next we have the Commanders up.
Wait, if Willis lasts that long, he would be a Lion. If he lasted until where he would.
He definitely would be a Lion. All right, now we have the Commanders. It's still saying QB, linebacker, safety. Is there anybody on the board that's catching your eye out?
Oh, so we gotta look at linebacker right now. That's one of our biggest weaknesses, and I'm looking at a Leo Chenal. Like, if we looking at this guy, we're talking about a guy who's an enforcer. A guy that's going to be able to. We can be able to put in our system where he can be blitz heavy. He's an aggressive type of inside linebacker. He's a big guy who can be able to do what he has to do, be dirty.
Yeah, bench 30 times at the pro day.
Yeah, he's gonna really help shore up. Yeah, he's gonna help shore up that run defense that we have, which wasn't bad, but it could be better though. It could definitely be better. And I like that. We let a guy like Landon Collins go, so Landon Collins really helped us with run support. So adding a guy like Leo Chenal, who's very a downhill type of guy, can really help us out. And I just really think that's a very good pickup for us. And if he's standing right there, then we should just scoop him up with no questions asked.
Yeah, very athletic linebacker, another 90th percentile plus athlete. Great pick. He's probably, which is sick because I like him just like he's like very similar to Davis, who they drafted in the first round last year, which is crazy because you get him at, what is this pick, 48? I think they're similar prospects. Like, they're both athletic players coming from this type of system. They probably can fit. You'll have two athletic linebackers with the D-line. We know that Washington has. I think it's a good pick. Come on.
I definitely think it addresses a need for Washington. They're kind of thin at linebacker, either thin or old or young. So it's you can't really go wrong with this pick. This is about right. A linebacker. They got other needs, but the Leo Chenal got a Malcolm. Like, I hope he really likes him because I'm gonna keep a closer eye on him if they can really get him.
Hey, trust me, I'm always good about the inside linebackers or the linebackers, period. We talked about TJ Watt for your team. We talked about Micah Parsons for your team. The people that I like.
We ain't talk about Jamin Davis.
These are edges.
We didn't talk about Jamin Davis.
You're right. We didn't talk about Jamin Davis for a reason because I didn't explain about how I love Jamin Davis. I talked about everybody else but that guy in the draft. But go ahead.
Your Steelers back on the board. It's still some good players on here. I don't really need an edge, but I see some good edges on the board. I see a good corner.
It is a whole lot of edges, but you know that is not what we need. I definitely like Jalen Petrie out of Baylor.
Not bad at all.
Corner's a position that we really need to address. We're not bringing back Joe Hayden. I hear we might have keeping Akilla Witherspoon. We re-signed Arthur Merlette. No, sir. That's not good at all. So I think
that's a big drop off too. Look at the drop off between Petrie and Martin. That's a 50. What's that?
Exactly.
46 rank drop off. So if you don't get a corner now, it's probably gotta wait.
And we're getting him at 52. He's ranked 30? 30. Average being picked at 38. Yeah, let's get Jalen Petrie. Let's get some help in the secondary, some young help in the secondary, and focus on rebuilding this defense.
Yeah, y'all need some young bodies in that secondary, baby. And I'm not sure what's going on with Joe Hayden. You probably know more than me in the situation.
Oh, he's out the door.
Yeah, see, it's time to get some fresh blood in there, as they would say. And Petrie can play. You see what he's ranked. He's ranked 30th. He had a really good season with Baylor. And we know they're going to throw the ball in that conference. So he has tape. You saw zone and man coverage that they run at Baylor a lot. They're playing Oklahoma State, all those type of teams. So he's used to being in coverage a lot. So decent pick.
Yeah, point about him, he is more of a hybrid type of a guy. Not only does he play cornerback, he can play safety and a little bit of linebacker, even though he's small. But I think that he's just not a cornerback. He does a lot more things. So he's a versatile guy. Do I think that he can be a very good cornerback? I don't know. I think he'd be more of a safety, in that type of realm, not a cornerback. I'm just confused why he's listed as a cornerback when he's a guy that could be like more of a hybrid type of safety. So, that's a good pickup if that's what y'all need. But at the end of the day, I feel like you can find better options out there. So,
I feel like he's hating on y'all pick, man. He's hating on y'all pick.
No, I was gonna ask him what's the better option. What does he see? Step in. What do you see?
All right. Let's look what we got. Let's look what we got, man. Let's look what we got. Okay. So more about, I think that, do y'all trust y'all linebacker crew? Because y'all look at Brian Asamoah, like,
Yeah,
I think that
Oklahoma.
I think that linebacker y'all could look at. Chad. I just think that linebacker is something y'all think about, because at the end of the day, you talked to me about this. I mean, you really not really trusting in what Devin has going on right now. I feel like y'all need to shore up that linebacker spot, to be honest, because at the end of the day, y'all do have problems.
With the Devin Bush situation, I feel like in the open market of free agency, we can either keep Joe Schobert or cut him and get about 10 mil back. But at the same time, Jordan Hicks is still out there on the market.
Yep.
Bobby Wagner's pretty much out the question, so I can't even think about him. But it's going to be some other options that we can plug in next to Devin Bush. And we drafted a linebacker last year, so I don't necessarily like us going back-to-back on the same position unless it's wide receiver or corner in a draft.
So you're sticking with corner?
I'm sticking with Jalen Petrie. We needed a corner. We haven't drafted one in a while.
All right. You got a corner. All right, now see. It's funny. All of our picks were 6 picks apart, by the way, in the second round. I'm not sure why, because the other picks weren't that close. But yeah. But regardless, back on the board, the Cowboys, I think I'm pretty already locked in. I think we're going to get Chad Muma out of Wyoming. Really good player. Like, really good linebacker. But it's other players on the board. I like McBride. We did just give Dalton Schultz a little franchise tag, but McBride is someone maybe we could work on. I like Dylan Parham from Memphis. Those are my 3 I'm thinking about. These aren't my favorite edges in the class, so I'm not really giving them too much time. I would probably go Chad Muma out of Wyoming. Any what do you all think about that pick for linebacker for the Cowboys?
Chad Muma, Chad Muma, that's a good pickup. I'm trying to figure out, like, do y'all really need him as far as a linebacker? Like, I'm trying to think about y'all. Y'all needs a linebacker, but I think y'all need more of a veteran linebacker instead of a guy that's in the draft, because you're not going to bring in the Micah Parsons. I mean, it usually takes linebackers a couple years for them to be able to, like, get used to the game and stuff like that. They don't really come in just like a guy as in Micah Parsons. But
yeah,
I don't know. That's what you think, man?
I mean, I like it. And when you actually take a look at Dallas's defense, you maybe got like 3 cornerstone pieces that you like really building the team after right now, and that's Trayvon, Micah, and that's the guy that raps. I forget his name, but the corner, other corner. Yeah, you keep building on what you got already building. Dallas is a team that's really, like I said, it's not much that can move the needle, so you just need to keep building on what you already got. And I think putting another linebacker in there to keep building onto the young core that they have would be real good for them. Yeah, he doesn't even have to step in and play a lot of minutes. You still got Keanu, Micah, and Van Der Esch. So
now Van Der Esch is gone. Van Der Esch is gone. So we are missing Van Der Esch. And then Neal is also not in the contract. So the Cowboys have no linebackers right now.
Yeah, they have.
I mean, they'll sign
they need to do that right now.
I know, but like most definitely. But the point is, like, you get a guy like Muma. Muma is like literally the same thing. I'm looking for more of a coverage linebacker with this guy. With as far as the Cowboys,
I think he's decent in coverage. Yeah, he has good speed. I think he's decent. He's tall too. But you're right. We'll see. Because he's 6'3", 240 pounds. He ran a 4.6. He had a 40-inch vertical, and he benched 27 times. And the tape was before seeing this. The tape was already good. So that just kind of like, oh, he's better than the tape even shows. So but you're right, Mark. It kind of takes the linebackers a little bit, and the Cowboys probably need a veteran. But like at the same time, I'm not sure really who else we get here. I don't like the receiver. Tolbert, not a huge fan. I would not draft Justin Ross in the second round.
What about safety?
Let's see who's available really quickly. Yeah, like nobody's standing out. Like these are all reaches. Like I like Cross, but in the second round, no. He's a third round pick, maybe even fourth round pick. I haven't watched any Illinois tape. So
What about
I can't.
What about D-line? Who's available for D-line?
Yeah, let's see. Not bad. He had a terrible combine though. But D-line's okay. Nobody like crazy. Winfrey wouldn't be a bad pick there. So basically either linebacker or they could probably go edge or maybe tackle here.
I like Kennard. I like the Kennard still on the board, but if you go guard in the first round, I don't necessarily like going guard and tackle.
Yeah, and tackle. That's what I was thinking too. So I think I'm gonna stick with Chad. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? I think this was pretty fun.
If Vander Esch is a free agent, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
It's gonna be tough. I know it's still on the result. We'll see how long that takes, but I mean, it's once again, thanks, Mont, for coming on. You've been doing good with the Instagram page and everything. We've been, you know, trying to promote the page more and more and more. And again, thank the fans for subscribing and sharing. I'm out.
Hey, man, continue following us on Instagram and on Twitter at Malcolm Ron Show. We have a lot of crazy takes from Ron. You know, Mont's doing very good with the job as far as Instagram. So make sure y'all tune in, though. And we'll see y'all. Thanks for the support.
All right.